Hi everyone, my name is Michelle and this is my channel following my journey fighting metastatic triple-negative breast cancer and adrenal insufficiency, which was caused by the immunotherapy for the cancer. This video, I'm going to go through all of the medications and supplements I'm currently taking, and I am halfway through radiation. I've already completed IV chemo and one surgery, and I'm halfway through radiation right now. None of this is medical advice. I'm working with a naturopath as well as my oncologist, cardiologist, and endocrinologist. So there are medical doctors advising me based on my circumstances. And so this is just to kind of follow my track. So if there's anything in here that you have questions about, if you're on your own cancer journey, leave a note in the comments, and maybe some of the supplements might be something you can ask your doctor about too. Okay, here we go. So these are my prescription meds. These are all steroids. So I have various different dosages, and anti-nausea. And so I have hydrocortisone, 5 milligrams, 10 milligrams, 20 milligrams, and then I have dexamethasone, 1, 2, and 4 milligrams, so that basically I can regulate what my body needs based on the amount of stress that I have. So any kind of physical or emotional stress causes me to need more steroids because my body does not make cortisol anymore. So I have to kind of manually adjust that as we go. So my endocrinologist has prescribed all these different dosages so that I could figure that out. And so, for example, now during radiation, I've had to switch from hydrocortisone, which I was taking twice a day and then 4 times a day, up to dexamethasone, which I can take once a day. Take 1 2 milligram dex in the morning, and then I will take a hydrocortisone in the afternoon around 3:30, either 10 milligrams or 20 milligrams. The dexamethasone lasts longer in your system. It lasts for like 18 hours, whereas the hydrocortisone is kind of out of your system, usually in like 6 to 8 hours, but mine was running out. I was kind of burning through it with radiation and other stresses going on. And about 3.5 hours, I started to feel symptoms of having low cortisol. So that's why I have all these. So right now, again, I'm on Dex in the morning and a hydrocortisone in the afternoon. And the Zofran I have in case I do get low symptoms and start to feel like nauseous. If I start to vomit, that becomes an emergency really quickly because then I can't keep these meds down. So that's why the Zofran is in this too. Other prescription meds, metoprolol, which is a beta blocker. I am on that because my heart rate is higher than normal. Normal is, obviously relative. It's my normal, but it's higher. And so during the process of getting ready for chemo and everything, I had an echocardiogram and a stress test. And what the cardiologist explained was my heart was just working so hard that the metoprolol actually makes it a little easier. So I'm not on it for blood pressure. My blood pressure is actually low, but it helps my heart rate be lower and I feel better. I don't get out of breath or have any lightheadedness, which I was having very frequently before during chemo. So I take this once a day, usually dinner time. And then pantoprazole, which is a Protonix is the brand name, and it's for gastric reflux. And so before I started cancer treatment, I was doing Carnivore for like 8 months, and I had gone from what I've been on for the last, 10, 15 years, which was this 40 milligrams twice a day. And I had reduced down, cut in half twice, and was on 20 milligrams once a day. And with chemo and with getting off of Carnivore, I had gone back up to 40 milligrams twice a day and being on steroids, because when I was adjusting to the steroids, I also had some pretty severe reflux. And I'm now 3.5 weeks or so back into Carnivore, and I've already reduced it by half. So I'm no longer taking the 40 milligrams at all. I'm taking 20 milligrams twice a day. And I'm probably going to do this for about a month, and then I will go down to once a day again. And I'm pretty confident that I can do that because I haven't had any reflux symptoms this week, even with that reduction. I'm eating really clean, so I think that that's largely what it has to do with, is diet. So that's my prescription meds. So we'll get these out of the way and put that back there. There we go. All right, and so supplements. So here are there's a bunch of supplements here. So let's start here. I have my 40-ounce Stanley Cup. After my coffee in the morning, which I do coffee usually with heavy cream, this morning I actually did a bulletproof coffee. So I used the MCT oil and butter, just butter, and I blended it in a bullet blender, and it was absolutely delicious. So I'm probably going to do that more. Butter is a little cleaner than heavy cream. So I do have coffee in the morning, and I'll probably continue to do that with butter and MCT, which kind of just kicks off my day in ketosis. And then after that, after I have my coffee, which is about, I think it's a 24 or 30 ounce cup or so, I don't have any more coffee throughout the day. So after that, I have my 40-ounce Stanley Cup, and I fill this up several times. First time, I usually use a flavored pack of Element, and that's, again, just electrolytes. There is some stevia in the flavored ones. This is watermelon salt. I absolutely love the grapefruit salt, but I'm out of it right now because I used it all. But watermelon salt, it's 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 potassium, and 60 magnesium. With the first packet of electrolytes, I also add a half a dropper, or about 6 drops of iodine, which helps heal and repair cells. And also, you know, I'm on radiation, so iodine is helpful to help my body systemically deal with radiation. After I drink the first one, usually around noontime, I have my second cup of electrolytes, and that's just the raw unflavored, which is, again, 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 potassium, 60 magnesium. There's, I don't know if this will focus, but there is nothing else in it, just electrolytes. And if you have it in a smaller cup of water, it kind of tastes really salty. In this large of a cup, I think it's the perfect tasting salt water. I love it. And after that, I will continue to refill my cup with just water, and I'll add some baking soda to it because I like the flavor of a little bit of saltiness, and then I'll drink it. And if it's just plain water, I won't drink it as fast. I'll get dehydrated. So that's my hydration. Now, my other supplements that I'm taking, usually around midday with my meal, with actual food, I will take the DHEA. Again, I am my blood tested low for DHEA because it's also triggered by the pituitary, which is the same as the adrenal cortisol. So I'm low on this, and some symptoms that I have are like symptoms of menopause. So like hot flashes and night sweats. And I do think the DHEA is helping. I started on 25 milligrams a day, and I'm already up to 50, which is what my endocrinologist said I could do. So I take 2 of these around lunchtime or dinner time, depending on when I eat. I like to take it with food. I also take a multivitamin. This is the multi that I'm taking. Probably, let's see if that'll focus for you so you could see what I'm getting there. You know, C, D, E. I can't, I have to go really close to read it. Because if I look around, everything's gonna get really shaky. But anyway, it's just a standard multivitamin. Take that. I am taking this T150, which is a glandular supplement. This was recommended by the naturopath. And I take this maybe not every day, maybe every other day, which is just to support the thyroid, the adrenal gland. You know, these are the systems in my body, the thymus, the spleen, the systems in my body that are kind of, you know, suffering from the effects of the immunotherapy. So it's just to support a glandular support. So I think it's bovine. I think it's bovine glands. Whole gland, New Zealand. Well, whatever. Yeah, bovine. So a glandular supplement. And then I have an organ complex, bovine organs again. I don't really like the taste of organ meat, so I don't eat it as it is. So I just take desiccated capsules, and I take 2 of these. The serving size is 4, but I usually take 2 a day or every other day, something like that. And then D3 and K2. D3 we're all deficient in. K2 supports heart health and bone health. And, you know, again, I'll take this maybe every other day, or, you know, maybe sometimes a few days in a row, but not usually every single day. The DHEA and the multi, I'm taking every day. Moving along, methylfolate. So I do have the MTHFR gene mutation, like 40% of the population, and I cannot process regular B12 or folate. So I need to take a methylated form of folate, which is B12. And so this is the one I have. This serving size is actually 1/4 of a tablet. I don't cut them, but I'll take them like twice a week. So I do take the methylfolate about twice, sometimes 3 times a week. If I'm feeling really low on energy, it definitely helps. I do have B12 injections in the closet because I used to have to do that. I have not needed an injection since I started Carnivore in 2022. So, and my blood levels were totally fine, even just taking this, you know, once or twice a week. So that's there. I have boron. I haven't restarted the boron yet. I was on boron all through chemo. I haven't restarted it yet, though. I have to talk to the naturopath next time and see if it's time to restart that, or maybe I just will. Boron helps with hair growth. It helps with itchy skin, as far as the symptoms outwardly. And it's just one of those things that we're all deficient in because our soil is deficient in boron. And so even the animals we eat, the ruminant animals, are not getting enough into their system. So even if we are just eating meat, we're not getting enough boron. So that's kind of the next thing I want to restart. Then over here is some other stuff. So I do take a digestive enzyme if I do eat something, either if my food is prepared in seed oil, or if I have a couple vegetables with my dinner, or anything like that, and I have a little upset stomach. I do take a digestive enzyme to help me with that. And occasionally, if I do have some constipation or diarrhea or stomach cramps or gas, I will do 1 scoop of the L-glutamine powder, and usually within an hour or so, my stomach calms down and settles down, and it doesn't turn into anything else. So I will take the glutamine anytime I experience any type of reflux or diarrhea or constipation or gas. And it does seem to really, really help. So I don't take a lot of it because cancer does feed on glutamine, but if it's going to be utilized in my intestinal tract, then I will take that because it does definitely make me feel better. I have modified citrus pectin. Again, I took this all through chemo. Haven't restarted it since the adrenal crash, but it's probably on the horizon. I think I will be incorporating this in the next week or 2 back into my diet a couple times a week. Again, I usually mix it into some yogurt, Greek yogurt, and that's good. There is an anti-cancer effect with modified citrus pectin, so that's here. And then this is my kind of sick group. So vitamin C, I take ester C because it's easier on the stomach, 1,000 milligrams. I can take up to 2,000 or 3,000 milligrams a day if I have a virus, a cold, a flu, anything like that. It seems to really help. And then zinc is the other thing to take, and this is the form of zinc that is most readily available and really easy on the GI system. So that's my vitamin C and zinc. B complex, don't take that very much, but it's here. And B2, which the last time I did a micronutrient panel, B2 was the one vitamin, the one micronutrient that I was deficient in. Haven't restarted these again. They're just here and available. If I start to feel run down, I will take those for a few days and kind of get back on track. The only other thing that's not here is a probiotic. I do have a probiotic in the fridge, but I don't take it because I found out that probiotics are really all designed to help us digest plant food. And so I'm not eating a lot of plant food. So the probiotic does absolutely nothing for me. So if I do, again, if I happen to have vegetables with dinner, I might take a probiotic that day just to help me digest them because my body's not so used to digesting them. But other than that, I don't really take a probiotic at all. And that is it. So that's pretty much all of the medications and supplements that I'm currently taking. And again, we're halfway through radiation. I have 3 weeks left and I'm feeling pretty good. Each day I actually feel better. I have, I get tired by the end of the day, but I have the energy to get up and do the things I need to do. I'm driving myself to radiation. I worked last night, taught a class, which is not frequently, once or twice a week, I'm able to go out and teach for an hour, but I still have my husband come with me because I'm a little bit worried about getting into an adrenal low cortisol situation and not being able to drive myself home, or needing to sit down in the middle of a park or in the middle of a class and not really being able to interact with the dogs. I'm a dog trainer, for those of you who don't know. So I'm doing a lot of virtual behavior consulting right now. And after radiation today, I have a consult, so I'll be on Zoom. And that I can do because there's not a lot of activity involved. But other than that, I am slowly be able to do the things in life that I need to do. I'm getting my daughter to school. I'm, taking her if she needs to go somewhere, doing grocery shopping for short lists of groceries, and that's where I'm at. So, and then there's my hair growth. It's getting there. It looks, I kind of look like my brother. But it's there. It's growing in all different directions, which means I still really feel most comfortable wearing the hats, but that's that. So have a great day, everybody. It's rainy here today in the Northeast, but it's warm and spring is here and everything's in bloom. Oh, that's another thing that is really interesting. This is my second spring where I am eating a clean carnivore diet. And this is my second spring since I was about 10 years old that I have not needed to take any allergy medicine. The pollen is out there. Everybody's feeling it. There's a coating of pollen on the car. I have to blow my nose in the morning when I get up, but it's clear. Everything is fine. I can breathe. I don't have the scratchy throat. I don't have the itchy eyes. I don't have all of the symptoms of allergies. If I did, which 2 years ago, or 3 years ago, 2 years ago, I took the jade windscreen, which is a Chinese herb, I think, or maybe it might be Japanese, but it's that helped tremendously with the allergies that year, and that was a recommendation from the naturopath. But I didn't need it last year on Carnivore, and I haven't needed it this year. All of the trees are in bloom right now. There's a bunch of flowers all over the neighborhood in bloom, and I feel fine. So that's interesting too. Anyway, like I said, have a great day. I'm off to radiation.